So I'm going to introduce you, Sloan Bacupsa, and then I'm going to say Sloan George, okay? So when you hear me say Sloan, and not your last name, that's when you're up. All right? Good evening. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Charles F. Brush High School, I welcome you to the 2019 Senior Awards Program. This evening, we'll be recognizing seniors who have exhibited academic excellence, outstanding leadership, and the commitment to serve our greater communities. This evening is possible due to the sponsorship of our Brush High School PTA, the work of the Brush High School counselors, staff, and administration. I'd like to thank Ms. Campana for everything she's done to put this program together, Ms. Myers for her work and tedious actions to make sure all the awards are identified and we have all our winners known. I thank you both, Ms. Campana, Ms. Myers. Personally, I would like to take this time to thank the generous supporters for their continued commitment to Charles F. Brush High School. Without you, this awards program would not be possible. Throughout this evening, our seniors will be recognized for their overall achievements, including scholarships and other special awards. Please know that some awards have plaques in which the names of the recipients will be displayed for years to come, and they'll be displayed in the hallways here at Brush High School. Congratulations to all the seniors and their families in the audience. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the program. Before I bring up our MC for the evening, I do have to make one plug. Seniors, parents, you still can purchase Proud Arc Brush Grad signs from Miss Stephanie Ryan. So if you haven't purchased one, make sure you see her. With that said, we're going to turn the program over to Miss Sloan Bacupsa to the stage as she will be our MC for the evening. Sloan.
Hi. Good evening, guests, parents, alumni, board members, staff, and students. Mr. Williamson already introduced myself. I'm Sloan Bacupsa, and I'm the 11th grade president. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2019 Senior Awards ceremony honoring our Brush seniors. This program, as Mr. Williams said, is sponsored by the Brush High School Administration, Guidance Department, and the PTSA. We've come together to honor and celebrate our seniors, to recognize them for their outstanding achievements, their excellence, their performance, and hard work. We commend you for this. In addition, some students will receive scholarships and other special awards, and we will also be recognizing students with a 3.0 GPA or higher, and they will get a certificate. Before we get started, we would like to thank those who helped us make today possible, like Mr. Williams said. Thank you to all the sponsors who make our awards and the scholarships every year. And now let's begin the awards ceremony. It is my honor to introduce our first speaker, Ms. Bonnie Abbey.
Good evening. Before I begin the first award, I want to say to the parents and other relatives and guests here tonight, congratulations. You have done a great job of parenting to afford your children the opportunity to be here celebrating their achievements. We know that your children will use the money earned this evening to further their education, whether it's used for tuition, books, or supplies. The first scholarship I'd like to present this evening is a $1,000 Blaze N. Bernstein Scholarship. This scholarship was founded by his grandfather last year. Blaze was a student at the University of Pennsylvania when he was the victim of a hate crime. Richard established this scholarship to keep his memory alive. Something that stood out on the transcript of this young lady who has won this award is the fact that she was only absent 4 times in 4 years and had just 1 tardy. That's commitment to school. The recipient this year is Kristen Marie Sakati. Stay here, I'm not done talking about you. Kristen has been a member of the Key Club and varsity volleyball team for all 4 years. As a student in the Medical Technologies Excel Tech program, Kristen has completed an internship at the Cleveland Clinic, which has fostered her pursuit of a nursing degree at Cleveland State University this fall. One experience she explained in her essay was watching an ultrasound of a sacral bifida dimple and being fascinated with the prior knowledge she had of the spine to be able to follow along with this ultrasound. Congratulations, Kristen. You'll make a great nurse one day soon. I get the pleasure of awarding several of these. The second scholarship that I'm awarding is an annual scholarship representing the class of 1961. This annual scholarship, which initially began as one $2,500 scholarship, has grown to be able to award 3 $2,000 scholarships this year due to incredibly motivated graduates of the class of 61. This scholarship has been established to recognize a graduating senior who is planning to pursue a post-secondary education, but one who has exhibited a passion in a particular field, is highly motivated, and has demonstrated service to others. This year's first recipient has been involved in track and field, cross-country, tennis, Key Club, and marching band all 4 years. Her involvement in the environmental club fostered her interest in pursuing a degree in environmental engineering, focusing on water conservation, sustainable energy. With a 4.25 GPA, this recipient plans to attend The Ohio State University. Congratulations, Eve Horrigan. Our second winner also has an impressive resume. This young man has been on the Brush JV and varsity bowling teams, the baseball team, and has been part of the ARC Elite Leadership Academy for 3 years. He helped at the Brush concession stands for football and basketball games all 4 years and volunteers with the Lyndhurst Dads Club on the grounds crew and even umpiring games. Nathaniel Colbert III, our winner. I have to finish talking about you, though. Congratulations. Wait. Our winner plans to attend Kent State University. In one of Nathaniel's essays, he wrote that his Nana has strongly influenced his decision in life. He said, "I am able to go after my dreams, achieve my goals, and be there for the people around me because I am just emulating my Nana." Congratulations, Nathaniel. Our final class of 61 winner is Teresa Brinza. Stay here. Teresa has achieved a Scholar Athlete Award for varsity swimming and has participated in the Environmental Club. She is a member of the National Honor Society and academic team. Teresa plans to major in special education as well as psychology when she attends Bowling Green State University in the fall. Her most influential person at Brush was her psychology teacher because she said he made the class interactive and fun. Ranked 9th in her class, she will do well at BGSU, my alma mater. Congratulations, Tess. Thank you. All right. The next award is the $1,000 Brush Alumni Scholarship for Teacher Education. Having been a middle school language arts teacher for 30 years and still substituting, I can relate to how tough being a teacher is today, but such a rewarding career. The applicant for this award must be planning to pursue a degree in preparation for a teaching career. This year's winner is Darshan Adhikari. Here for a minute. I have to talk about him, that's why he has to stay. Darshan plans to attend The Ohio State University, where he will major in education, to be able to give back to the people of Nepal from where he emigrated. He explained in his essay that he feels so fortunate to be in the United States and wants to help refugees like his own family once was. Darshan is the treasurer of the National Honor Society and volunteers with the Bhutanese community of Greater Cleveland to help teach kids to write in Nepali and learn about their culture so they do not forget their roots. Darshan credits his fourth grade teacher, who had the most influence on him to pursue a career in education. Congratulations, Darshan. You'll make a fine teacher one day soon. The first scholarship given by the Alumni Association was in 1993, when Mr. and Mrs. Alan Skinner and Mr. and Mrs. Don Lamberton, who were 1947 graduates, established the John V. Jock Memorial Scholarship. One of the criteria for this scholarship is that a parent or grandparent of the winner must be a Brush High School graduate. This year's recipient has a parent who graduated in 1992. This young woman states in her essay that she plans to graduate from the Cleveland Institute of Art, training in effects, illustration, painting, and mixed media. Her ultimate goal is to work on puppetry and special effects for a movie. She volunteers at her temple and is involved in a variety of activities through Brush, including varsity ice hockey. Congratulations, Elena Cam Flores. And finally, my final scholarship presentation this evening is for the $2,000 Junie Speed Davis Blackmore Scholarship. This scholarship has been established by her sister, Susan Davis Heisler, to honor a female Brush senior who has exemplified leadership in athletics, academic success, and outstanding friendship for and compassion to her fellow students. This year's winner, Rebecca Rossi, I'm not done talking about you, embodies all of those characteristics. Rebecca has been involved in Key Club, academic team, varsity volleyball, and student congress throughout her career at Brush, including being president of the Key Club this year and representing Brush on the Academic Challenge TV show. That's pretty cool. Ranked third in her class, Rebecca is considering veterinary medicine to complement her curiosity about pets, especially dogs, and will attend Vanderbilt University in the fall. Congratulations, Rebecca. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Our next announcer will be Joanne Kramer.
Good evening, everyone. Flew in from Vermont this morning, and I have to tell you that we're a little behind on the leaves compared to Cleveland. Over the years, I've spent time assessing the leadership attributes of those I most admire in business and have compiled a list that I most value. I have on several occasions addressed audiences, including college students, on the subject. This evening, I want to direct these thoughts to those of you who are Brush High School students today, you who will leave this place and go to college, become businessmen and women, computer scientists, military officers, federal and state public servants, lawyers and judges, college and university professors, ministers, teachers, social workers, doctors, and engineers, and then leaders in your workplaces and communities. The list I have abbreviated in words and number and in no particular order, and it includes be honest and do what's right, be passionate about everything you do, be available and accessible, treat people fairly, do not tolerate mediocrity, project a professional appearance, be an interesting person, never surprise your boss, give to others, keep your ego in check, be technology savvy, embrace change and uncertainty and act quickly, lead by example, and speak well and write well. To someone who understands that learning to be an active and inquisitive listener is indeed a critical part of being an effective communicator, and that there is wisdom in the words of Greek philosopher Epictetus, who said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen as much as we speak." Rebecca Rossi, I congratulate you on your extraordinary academic and extracurricular achievements. During your years at Brush High School, and I'm pleased to present you with my scholarship for excellence in physics and English. I wish you continued success as you pursue your college education at Vanderbilt University, and I look forward to talking with you soon.
Thank you very much. All right, next I would like to introduce Mark McCann.
Good evening. Sorry. I'm going to start by saying I understand that Mr. Bell is here. I was able to say hello to him. And he was my calculus teacher in 12th grade in 1983 and 1984. And he's sitting next to Mr. Rogazin, who was my 11th grade English teacher. 2 of the best teachers that I had here. Mr. Bell, I say, was a great experience, although occasionally a little scary. But it was excellent. And I should, just to throw this in here, my son graduated Saturday from Ohio University to be a secondary math teacher. And yes, teaching is still a noble profession, so I'm very appreciative. So I'm a member of the class of 1984. I grew up on Quilliams Road, K through 12 in the district, Loudon, Greenview, and Brush. And when my classmates and I were preparing for our 25th reunion in 2009, we thought it would be good if we could recognize a graduating senior, maybe to help ease the pain of feeling really old. Our focus wasn't so much in academics, but rather on passion and service, similar to the class of '61. And today marks the 10th scholarship that we've awarded, totaling $8,000. Tonight's award is $500, and we're actively trying to grow this fund so we can award more scholarships and bigger scholarships. So on this note, if you've been thinking about or wanting to do something to help others, maybe support education, and I'm not just talking to the parents and other adults in the audience, I'm also talking to the graduating seniors and other students who are here tonight. It's not too late. Consider donating to an existing scholarship, even $5, or start your own. It's not that hard to do. I ran across a great quotation today from Confucius, to follow up with Joanne's Epictetus quote. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Right? So I don't mean to sound preachy, but investing in education is a great way to invest in young people and a great way to invest in our country. So that brings me to our award recipient. As I mentioned, this scholarship allows our class to reward, promote, and support passionate graduates who have demonstrated leadership and have a goal of helping others. So the thunder has already been stolen, and I'll just call his name. Our winner is Darshan Adhikari. And just to reiterate, he has a goal of helping refugees in the future, and since A lot has already been said, I won't repeat it, but we're very, very proud and honored to give this award to him. Thank you. Can you come take a picture with us? All right. Come down this way. Okay, yeah.
Next, I would like to welcome Dana Marie and Kristen Murnick DeCapite.
Good evening. My name is Dana. I'm here with my sister Christine and her daughter, my niece Maggie, to present the Thomas J. Murnick Memorial Scholarship given in memory of our grandfather, Maggie's great-grandfather, a 1940 Brush High School graduate. This will be the 17th year the scholarship has been given, and to continue his legacy as a man who felt strongly about his community, this high school, and empowering young people through education. He was a self-made man who endured many challenges from a young age. Despite these personal challenges, he had an unbelievable work ethic and was an intelligent and entrepreneurial thinker, which led to his personal and professional success. He valued determination, perseverance, and hard work over statistical measures of performance such as test scores and GPAs. However, our Papa always pushed us to excel academically and made it known that our education and academic achievements were extremely important to him. Tonight we present the Thomas J. Murnick Memorial Scholarship to an individual who has exhibited similar determination and perseverance and has also shown a commitment to academics and the community. The scholarship recipient is well-rounded and has been involved in a number of extracurricular activities. This individual has been a member of the Key Club for all 4 years of high school and a member of the volleyball team. She also participated in the Medical Technologies Excel Tech program to get a jump start on her passion to pursue a nursing career with a specialized focus on postpartum mom and baby care, which particularly resonated with us this year. After graduation, she plans to attend Cleveland State University. It is clear to us that this young lady's focus, determination, and reliability will allow her to achieve her personal and professional goals and will ultimately better our community. We are happy to present the Thomas J. Murnick Memorial Scholarship to Kristen Chicati.
Next, I would like to introduce Louise Turok.
Good evening. This is my third year presenting a scholarship, but actually it will be 5 scholarships that we're going to give total. So we're giving 2 tonight. My husband attended high school here in the early 1940s. I guess I want to give you some background on him. He was a track member, played in the band, trumpet, and also was on the football team. Won his letter, a sweater, had it for like 70-some years. And so what happened, though, which made this memorable, was that in his senior year, Pearl Harbor happened, and he decided to leave school mid-year to enlist in the Navy. Nobody could really change his mind. So I'm going to give you a little story about him. He went to boot camp in Oklahoma, and they had band conductors there, and a very famous one was Tex Beneke from the 40s. Well, he was a scrawny high school kid, didn't finish high school, took his trumpet and went to audition. He said when they saw me come in, they didn't have a very good impression, but they offered him a position in the band after he auditioned. And at the end of boot camp, they asked him to stay, and he wouldn't have had gone to war, but he said, no, I enlisted, to fight for our country. I'm going to do that. So I went to San Diego, and he was trained to be a gunner on a plane. this plane was assigned to a small carrier. So when they weren't in the air looking for submarines, he was in ordnance, which is ammunition. And so he was handling the bombs and things for the ship. So when he finished his tour and the war was over, he came back to Brush High School. He completed his education. All right, and so I looked at him with a lot of admiration. He was a brave man. He handled difficult and dangerous work. He was determined and persistent. And so I guess that's what I have two young ladies here that when I read about them and hurdles they overcome and hard work that they're doing, we picked Akira Caldwell. Is she here? She may not be here. She wasn't on the list. Okay. And Raven Grice. Thank you. We're going to take a picture. And thank you.
All right, last in the category of the Brush Alumni Awards, we have our presenters of Michael Wertheimer and Theodore Bell.
Good evening, everyone. This is the first offering of this special math prize, so I thought I'd give you a little background and then introduce the presenter. Back in 1975, I had the chance to be the only one to solve a certain homework problem. So Mr. Bell had me come up to the board and present it, a very intimidating thing. And after I finished, he gave me the head nod, go sit down. And he walked up, and he used to have a wooden pointer, put it behind his back and flexed it a few times, and said very, very carefully, he said, what Wertheimer just did here has a name. It's called, and then he said it very slowly so that every syllable could be heard, anti-differentiation. Perhaps one of the ugliest words in the English language, anti-differentiation. But to me, it was golden. I had discovered something important. So I studied everything there could know about anti-differentiation. Now I want you to go 15 years into the future. It's 1990. Iraq has just invaded the oil kingdom of Kuwait. President George Herbert Walker Bush is assembling an international coalition to invade and drive the Iraqis back. I'm working as a code breaker for the National Security Agency. And my job, as my colleagues' jobs, was to intercept and decode the Iraqi army communications. Well, it turns out there was a very, very sophisticated radio that the Iraqis used, could encrypt simultaneously up to 16 calls, very, very sophisticated, and the radio worked just like your cell phone. It would talk to a tower, until eventually got to where it had to go. Fortunately, there was a very, very minor flaw in the algorithm, and we went to the Cray Computer Company and got them to rush the fastest supercomputer in the world 6 months ahead of schedule to us. And we, over the summer, worked on the software to break that code. Problem was, it took about 20 minutes to break the code. So in wartime, you can't really wait sometimes 20 minutes to hear what the other guys are saying. So we were a little stuck. And a number of us discovered that in the first minute of the supercomputer's run, a little bit of information popped out that with a very, very sophisticated mathematical technique, you could jump over any loss of the transmission. So these transmissions would fade in and out, and we'd lose them. And if you lost them for more than a few seconds, you had to start the attack all over again. So we could avoid that restart. And what was the math technique? It was anti-differentiation. So I was set to work, and over about a month, I solved a whole bunch of equations on the supercomputer, and we got this algorithm in place. So now the war begins, and a U.S. fighter plane is shot down behind enemy lines in Iraq. The pilot successfully ejects. We know the plane goes down, that's all we know. But the Iraqis had spotters and could see the plane not only go down, but the pilot eject, and saw where the pilot landed. Immediately got on their radio, gave the precise latitude and longitude, the precise location of where he was, sent it to their headquarters in order to send a capture and potential kill order for our pilot. Now, think about what's about to happen. That radio signal goes to that cell tower, gets into the Iraqi system, but that signal keeps on going. Goes out in the outer space. And I hope any of the physics students here know you can park a satellite 33,000 miles away in space, which is what we did. We moved a satellite over 33,000 miles up from the Earth's surface and picked up just a hair of that signal. Very, very tiny. It was then relayed halfway across the world down to Fort Meade, Maryland, where the NSA is. And we were able to go back to the zeros, the encrypted zeros and ones, feed it into the supercomputer, which now, thanks to anti-differentiation, is no more than a minute behind. We decrypted the 16 different conversations, sent it to Arabic linguists who were listening in near real time. Someone caught that conversation, transcribed exactly what the Iraqis said, formed their own encrypted message, sent it all the way back to Saudi Arabia, where U.S. Central Command was, and we launched a search and rescue operation. And I'll be darned, we beat the Iraqis to the pilot. Pilot was rescued and brought home, and I can tell you to this day, that pilot has no idea that his life in part was saved in a small but very significant way by a high school math teacher and a student. So you see, Mr. Bell's not just a hero to me. He's a real American hero. So without further ado, to announce the first math prize in honor of this magnificent gentleman is Mr. Ted Bell.
Thank you. To all of you who don't know me, my name is Ted Bell, Theodore Bell, to a classroom student. It's my pleasure to be here and present an award to the Brush High School senior who was the outstanding performer in the field of mathematics in the graduating class of 2019. I was deemed qualified for this presentation since I taught all levels of mathematics for the math department from 1963 through 1988. I taught every level from shop mathematics through calculus. Over that period, our mathematics faculty consistently produced a quality product, and our graduates later performed in math and science as a career. We were always happy to hear of their successes. It is my fervent wish that Brush High School graduates in all fields continue to be successful and to make their parents, teachers, relatives, and friends proud of their accomplishments. Having said all of that, it is now my honor to present the award for Mathematics Achievement for 2019 to Elizabeth Farron.
Elizabeth, congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations.
I think we go out this way.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so that concludes those scholarships, and now we are on to our memorial scholarships. Our first one will be presented by Loriana Binns, Malika Eaglin, Petronia Ragland, and Delante Turnipseed, the 2018 winner.
Good evening. Hey, seniors. Akoria, remembering you is easy. We do this every day. Not missing you, now that's difficult. That feeling I know will never go away. Time is not measured by the years that you've lived, but by the deeds that you do and the joy that you give. This Senior Awards Night marks the 15th year anniversary of the Akoria Lee Eli Memorial Scholarship that was established in 2004 in memory of our sister, a 1998 Brush High graduate. She received her education through the South Hewitt-Lyndhurst School District and was one of 4 sisters to graduate from Brush. We have Malika, class of 97, myself, class of 2000, woo woo, and Loriana, class of 2003. Akoria thrived on challenges. She studied Japanese, honors French, and honors Spanish, all in the same school year. Right, wow. That wouldn't be me. Determined to obtain a college education, she attended Kent State University and Tri-C, but her passion to travel allowed her to become a student at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. It was there that Akoria enlisted in the Army Reserves. Upon her completion of basic training, Akoria applied and was accepted to New Jersey City University to major and pursue a career in film directing. Akoria passed in December 30th, 2003. At this time, the 2018 Akoria Lee Memorial Scholarship recipient, Delante Turnipseed, will be awarding the 2019 scholarship recipient to Raven Grice. Come to the stage. It is with great pleasure to present the Akoria Lee Eli Memorial Scholarship of $750 and this award. I just want to read a little bit of Raven's essay because it definitely touched my heart as well as my sister's. My entire life, I have loved to draw, to go wherever my imagination took me. I have known since I was 5 who I wanted to be. I want to be known for my art. I want people to think of me and immediately think of my art, for even strangers to know who I am, and hopefully for my art to make them happy. And this is a big reason why you deserve this scholarship. Thank you.
Next up, we have John L. Eli, Pat McBride, Jim McBride, and Bruce Taylor.
We had a little traffic jam at the door. Before I begin, aren't I a proud mom? Those are my daughters that were just up. And so you have to overlook if I become a little emotional. Like they said, this is the 15-year anniversary of the scholarship in honor of Akoria. However, we also have another scholarship in honor of not only Akoria, but 2 of her volleyball teammates who also graduated with her in 1998. My name is John L. Eli. To my left is Pat McBride. To her left is Bruce Taylor. We are the parents of Akoria Eli Shannon McBride, and Raina Taylor. These young ladies played volleyball here at Brush. The parents, developed a relationship over the years because Akoria and Shannon played volleyball together from Memorial all through high school, and Akoria and Raina played here at Brush as well as in the Junior Olympics together. So when our daughters passed, it was only right to contact each other, to not only console each other, but to do something that would honor our daughters here at Brush. And that's when we established the E. McT Memorial Volleyball Scholarship. I'd like to tell you a little something about the girls. Akoria was number 13. She was a gifted volleyball player and teammate. She had a true love and passion for the game and devoted herself to the sport for more than 6 years. As a Brush Lady Arc, Akoria contributed to several conference and district championships and also played on several Junior Olympic volleyball teams. She was honored with an abundance of awards and accolades based upon her athleticism, integrity, and sportsmanship. Akoria's contagious enthusiasm and joy was evident on and off of the volleyball court. And like my daughter said, Akoria passed on December 30th, 2003. Shannon Lee McBride was number 7 on the squad, and she was an outstanding athlete at Brush and at Lakeland Community College. She excelled at volleyball and earned local, state, and national awards for her sportsmanship and performance. Shannon also played softball and basketball and was known as one of the best lefties in the region. She was involved in a variety of community service projects and earned a B average in high school and in college. Shannon passed July 29th, 2003. Raina M. Taylor, number 14 on the squad, was also a 1998 graduate with the girls, played volleyball for 4 years, and was an all-conference and all-Cuyahoga County first-team selection player. She worked in the community at Oakwood County Country Club, and she was able to further her education and volleyball career at the University of North Carolina, Greensboro, on a full scholarship. Raina passed February 8th, 2000. Our recipient for this year showed a passion and a love for the game as well. I would like to read a little of her essay. She said, "Life comes with many challenges and problems that you need to face whether you like it or not. But one thing that made me get away from everyday problems was volleyball. Volleyball was an enjoyable experience. I met new people and learned a lot about myself. Volleyball has become very important and something that I need in my life. It makes me very happy and something I enjoy." Our recipient plans on going to Youngstown State University, and it is with great honor and joy our 2019 recipient of the E. McT Memorial Volleyball Scholarship is, and let me find her name. Oh, it's right on the plaque. Lauren Stewart. Oh, great. I didn't know if you'd be sitting out there. Congratulations. We will be awarding you with a $1,000 scholarship. And please make sure that you turn in your paperwork to Miss Campana so it can get to your school on time. Okay? Congratulations.
Awesome. Next up, we have the PTA scholarships presented by Jeffrey F. Shook.
Good evening. My name is Jeffrey Shook, and I'm pleased to be here tonight representing the combined units of the South Euclid-Lyndhurst PTA. Each year, we award scholarships to exceptional students who exhibit academic excellence, excel in sports, visual arts, musical arts, leadership both in the classroom and throughout our greater community. I'd like to take an opportunity to introduce you to members of our unit committees who diligently worked to review the many applicants for our PTA awards. Standing with me here are Council PTA President Leisha Franklin and Council PTA Vice President Robin Thompson. Wow. All right. Also, standing to the left, and they'll be up here shortly, are Sylvia Marshall, the Adrienne President, Rhonda Pierce, the Brush President, Christina Heideck, the Greenview President and Memorial Rep, Melinda Anderson, the Sunview, Southland, and Ridgebury Rep, Denise Green, the Roland Rep, Dr. Motley, the Deputy Superintendent of Schools and our administrative representative, and Crystal Shelby, Council Rep, who will also be handing out the Greenview Awards. I need to say that I've been lucky to work with these talented women who prove daily that hard work and perseverance lead to success. Today we will award 21 PTA scholarships and also an Ohio PTA scholarship. While I wish that we had time to discuss each student in detail, time simply doesn't permit this. However, let me simply state that each of our winners today exemplify what it is to be an ARC, and you can be sure that they will carry these intrinsic values learned here in the SEL district wherever they go. Our first award goes to the Council consensus winner, and that was $1,000 to Megan Ryan. I do need to talk about one special award. Council has a special needs scholarship given to a student with certified plans that assure their long-term success. This award has not been frequently given, but our recipient this year has worked diligently to weave the path of academic success, both in the classroom and on the field of athletics. And he can be proud that he persevered and thrived. And that winner is Christopher Cecil. That's you, Robin. That's your award. Congratulations. We have another $500 award that Council will give out tonight, and that award goes to DJ Galat. We'll now present the awards from the Brush PTA unit. Our first winner has been named a couple of times tonight, and that's a $500 award to Teresa Brinza.
Thank you.
Congratulations. We also have an award tonight in the $500 amount to Eden Durham. We we'd like to award a $500 scholarship tonight to Eric Steele, Jr. Congratulations. We have a $500 award also for Adam Ekman. And lastly but not least for Brush, Darshan Adhikari. Congratulations. Congratulations to all the Brush unit winners. We now move on to the memorial scholarships. We are pleased to award our first $500 scholarship to Kristen Sakati. The next award goes to Elena Flores. And this award, the next award goes to Libby Farron. That concludes our memorial awards. We now will proceed with our Greenview Awards. Our $500 Greenview Award and our second award goes to Molly Johnson. So we now move on to our elementary school units, and we'll start with Adrian Elementary School. Oh, there you are. I didn't see you. Our winner of a $500 scholarship is Rebecca Rossi. Moving on to Ridgeberry. So our Ridgeberry recipient is Lizzie Schultz. Yeah.
Thank you.
Going to move to Roland.
Gotcha.
Our Roland unit scholarships. This gentleman needs no introduction. Kareem King. And our second recipient, Eve Horrigan. And so now we'll present our last two units. Ridgeberry, we just retired that scholarship, just to let everybody know. And we're now going to present the Southland Scholarship. This is the last year for these awards as well. Our first recipient is Nathaniel Colbert IV. And Lauren Pathco. And so we move to Sunview, our last unit. And our first recipient is Zachary Lashley. And our last unit award goes to Paige Gordon. Congratulations, Paige. So Dr. Motley joins me to award the Ohio PTA Scholarship. This scholarship is in the amount of $500, and the South Euclid-Lyndhurst School District has not had a state winner in at least a decade. We are proud to award the Ohio PTA Scholarship to Kareem King. Thank you for having us all here tonight, and we wish you the most success.
Now we will have our Community Organization Awards, and Ms. Christy Myers will be reading those off.
Good evening. Tomorrow's life-saving blood donations made by today's youth are being taught the importance of giving blood, as well as being involved in the community. Brush High School has been awarded a scholarship in the amount of $3,000 through the American Red Cross High School Scholarship Program in Northeast Ohio Western Lake Erie Blood Services Region. The Brush seniors are receiving these scholarships, played a role in coordinating and assisting at this year's Red Cross blood drives organized by the Brush National Honor Society. This year, they have chosen to give the following: $250 to Rebecca Rossi, $250 to Lizzie Farron, $250 to Darshan Adhikari, $250 to Molly Johnson, and $2,000 to Julia Kiefer. Congratulations.
Next up, we have Ms. Shannon Carlson and Joey Berlin.
Good evening. My name is Brooke. I am 9 years old and a third grader in the Kenston schools. My grandparents, Tom and Joy Berlin, created the Berlin Family Education Foundation 25 years ago. They thought the foundation would be an excellent way for them to give back to the community. Someday, I will be a trustee of the foundation. The foundation has 2 types of awards: teacher grants and student scholarships for graduating seniors, which we will be awarding tonight. Our scholarship application includes an essay entitled Word of Wisdom for a 6th grader. Each year, my cousins and I look forward to grading these essays as part of the selection process. We enjoy reading the applicants' advice since they have developed habits and attitudes which drive them toward success. I'd like to introduce you to my mom, Shannon Berlin Carlson, who will announce this year's scholarship award winners.
Thank you, and good evening. I stand here this evening wearing many hats. It's always a pleasure to have my daughter introduce me. This graduating class, I think, knew me when I was pregnant with her, so it's kind of bizarre. But we do family scholarships. My parents set this up once they finished paying for my graduate or undergrad school. And we honor South High, which is where I attended, and my brother and sister. We were there last week. Last night we were at North High, which is where my mom graduated. And tonight we're here to present 3 scholarships to 3 well-deserving seniors. So I want to congratulate all of you for your hard work, and I want to congratulate all of the parents, families, staff members who assisted all of these students to be here today. Our first recipient this evening is described as intelligent, responsible, and a one-of-a-kind student. Another teacher shared he was one of the finest athletes he's had the privilege of working with. When asked to offer words of wisdom to a 6th grader, he shared, "The privilege of education is great, and you should not waste it. You're even respected more if you're smart and hardworking. And my final advice is do not procrastinate and do not give up." He wrote an essay about his experience as a refugee and the shift of his goals and opportunities, as well as his desire to give back to his community, here as well as his native community. His self-selected top 3 most significant extracurricular activities include, first, soccer, playing since 5 years old with a ball made of plastic bags, to varsity soccer all 4 years at Brush and becoming captain. His second was the National Honor Society, serving as treasurer, and his third, the Sierra Club, helping him to get acclimated to the United States and serving as junior leader. He plans to attend The Ohio State University and pursue either computer science, education, or medicine. I think it's narrowed down to education. But with great pleasure, the Berlin Family Education Foundation offers a scholarship in the amount of $3,000 to Darshan Adhikari. So I forgot to mention that this morning I had the pleasure of doing kindergarten orientation for our incoming SEL kindergarten families for the class of 2032. And I shared that with those parents because I share with them that this day will be here before they know it. Our second recipient this evening is described as the most driven student this teacher had ever had in 26 years of teaching. She excels at whatever she sets her mind to. In addition, she's kind-hearted and a humble soul. When asked to offer words of wisdom to a 6th grader, she shared, "Do not be afraid to try new things, even if at first it may seem different than what you're used to. I'd like to tell anyone that you can only grow as people when we expand our horizons. New things and adventures are always a bit terrifying, but it's important to try them so you can better understand yourself and the world around you." Her essay was so well written. She wrote about her mom as one of her biggest influences on her life, particularly because she shared her love of reading. Her mom gave her the key to new worlds of information and imagination. She shared the invaluable gift of reading. Her self-selected top 3 most significant extracurricular activities include, first, the Young Scientist Foundation researcher working in a biochemical lab at Case Western Reserve University, studying both ovarian and renal cancers and thrombosis. Her second activity was academic decathlon and the valuable life skills, teamwork, and competition. And lastly was the National Honor Society and the community service, particularly the Thanksgiving food drive and the opportunity to deliver to some of our families in our district. She plans to attend Franklin and Marshall College and study biology. It's with great pleasure the Berlin Family Education Foundation offer a scholarship in the amount of $3,000 to Julia Kiefer. And our third and final recipient this evening is described as studious, serious, and social. A remarkable student athlete, truly one of a kind. When asked to offer words of wisdom to a 6th grader, he shared 4 tips. I'll summarize. First, manage your time wisely. Second, find new clubs you like early on and stick with them. Bless you. Third, know who you are and remain true to who you are. And lastly, words passed on from his football coach, be comfortable being uncomfortable. He wrote an essay about his desire to pursue an MD PhD to practice medicine and pursue his passion for research in the biomedical field. He also hopes to build opportunities for the underserved minority groups in the medical and STEM fields. His self-selected top 3 most significant extracurricular activities include the Young Scientist Foundation as a student researcher at Case Western Reserve University Comprehensive Cancer Center, and speaking with sponsors to grow the program. Second is student council, serving as secretary. And lastly, academic decathlon, including raising money by writing a grant to the PTA and Legacy Village for the team to compete. He plans to attend Harvard University and study molecular and cellular biology. It's with great pleasure the Berlin Family Education Foundation offer a scholarship in the amount of $5,000 to Kareem King.
All right, our next 2 scholarships will be announced by Ms. Christy Myers once again.
I'm going to be presenting the Carolyn E. Gordon Teachers Fund Scholarship that has been funded and sponsored through the Cleveland Foundation by Dr. Carolyn Gordon. She is in the audience. She has asked me to present this award for her. If she would like to wave and everyone can wave back at her. Sweet lady. She taught at Tri-C for 30 years, language arts. She has a love and a passion, it seems like, every time you talk to her about language arts. She had quite a few applicants that we looked at. She absolutely loved this student's coursework in the CCP program, which is College Credit Plus. She respected and commented highly about her GPA, and she also was very impressed with her volunteer work and activities that she did. This scholarship is going to Jakayla Brown. Hi, it's me again. Sorry. All right, so tonight I am going to be doing the Great Lakes Billing Scholarship. Let me get my workout here. The Great Lakes Billing Association is pleased to announce a scholarship to a graduating senior at Brush High School. The Great Lakes Billing Service Scholarship will award the recipient $1,000 towards her college endeavors. The emphasis of the scholarship will be on service, and Great Lakes Billing wants to recognize the student who exemplified a commitment to serving her school, church, or community. And the winner of this year's scholarship is Rebecca Rossi.
Now we would like to welcome Ms. Donalyn Mumah.
Good evening. My name is Lorraine. This is my sister Donalyn Mumah, and we are past matrons of Windermere Chapter, Order of the Eastern Star. We are standing in for our current worthy matron and worthy patron who are out of town. The Order of the Eastern Star is a dependent body of Freemasonry and the largest fraternal organization in the world that accepts both women and men. We are a social and charitable organization that supports many charities, including cancer research, the Scottish Rite Learning Centers for Dyslexia, which has a local branch downtown, and the Shriners Hospital for Children. But we also like to support local charities, and Windermere Chapter for the past 15 years has been giving a scholarship to Brush High School students who are going into the healthcare field. We appreciate those who gave us their applications. We wish we could give everyone a scholarship, but we can't. But but we truly wish all the graduating seniors this year huge success. And we are proud to announce that the 2019 recipients of the Windermere Chapter Order of the Eastern Star Scholarship are Eden Durham and Princess Ryan Duncan.
Now I would like to welcome Miss Debbie Cassidy.
Good evening. The Southfield-Lyndhurst Teachers Association is proud to support a scholarship program that Brush High School seniors can apply to for financial support for their career goals. This year, a committee of teachers selected from a pool of applicants to support the following 4 students with $1,000 scholarships. It's our pleasure to present these awards. Our first scholarship recipient plans to attend Ohio State to major in either computer science or education, but I think we've determined education. This 2019 CELTA Scholar is Darsha. Our next scholarship recipient plans to attend John Carroll University to major in nursing. This 2019 CELTA Scholar is Akira Caldwell. We'll find her. Our third scholarship recipient plans to attend the Cleveland Institute of Art to major in illustration. This 2019 CELTA Scholar is Elena Flores. Our last scholarship recipient plans to attend Harvard to major in molecular and cell biology. This 2019 CELTA Scholar is Kareem King. CELTA congratulates these students on their accomplishments, applauds them and their families for their support. We expect great things from your future, and we wish you well as you begin this journey.
And last but not least, in the Community Organization Awards, we have, again, Miss Christy Myers.
South Euclid Fraternal Order of the Police Lodge Number 80 is pleased to announce a scholarship to a graduating senior at Brush High School. The Fraternal Order of Police Lodge Number 80 will award the recipient $1,000 towards her college endeavors. The applicant must be attending college or technical school in the fall and must be a resident of South Euclid. So at this time, they would like to award the scholarship to Gabriela Nikiforov.
Now, in the category of memorial scholarships, I would like to welcome Scott and Stephanie Cornett.
Good evening. We created the Alec Cornett Humanitarian Scholarship in 2017, shortly after our son Alec passed away on February 14th, 2017. Alec lived and breathed Brush athletics and took his academics seriously, and he helped his peers. This year, we chose 2 recipients to receive the scholarship. The first recipient has been described by Roy Hall from the Driven Foundation and ARC Elite Leadership Academy as an elite leader of character and a hardworking young man of integrity. He has been on the bowling and baseball teams and has been captain on both teams. Not only does he excel in the bowling alley and on the baseball field, He also excels in the classroom. He is a leader amongst his peers, and like Alec did, he always greets you with a big, huge, infectious smile. It gives us great pleasure to present Nate Cobert with the Alec Cornett Humanitarian Award for the class of 2018 and 19. We have no doubt that you will continue to shine at Kent State University. The second recipient goes to a four-sport athlete that has played soccer, football, hockey, and baseball. He has been a captain on the hockey team for the past 2 years. After his brother Alec passed away, he insisted that the hockey team play 4 days later in the first round district playoffs. He taught his peers how to rise above adversity and to keep living life to the fullest. He continued to excel in the classroom, even though he's had this great struggle for the past 2 years. This year has also been challenging for him as he suffered a knee injury during soccer season. He rehabbed enough to play hockey, but during baseball practice, he re-injured it and is out for the season. He shows up to practice every day and every game, helping his teammates, showing them that's what leaders do. The second award goes to Michael Cornett. And we have no doubt that you will continue to excel on your next journey at Lakeland Community College. Thank you.
Tonight, I have the real pleasure to share with you the memories and hopes of Anna Roth. Miss Anna Roth taught in the South Utah-Lyndhurst District for her entire teaching career and retired as the principal of Roland Elementary. She was a graduate of Case Western Reserve University. Anna believed in young people and the importance of education, both in seeking and giving for our young families. She established a fund with the Cleveland Foundation to provide a 4-year scholarship for students graduating from Brush High School and entering the field of education. Her desire was to provide a scholarship renewable on an annual basis to students who maintained an appropriate GPA and continued in the field of education. She wanted to be able to award at least one new scholarship each year to be renewed for the following 3 years. I am pleased to say that this scholarship goes to Molly Johnson.
Next up, I would like to introduce Ms. Julie Wynn Martin.
Oh, excuse me. Good evening. I'm Julie Wynn Martin, and I'm here on behalf of my son, Eric Scott Russell, who was a member of the Charles F. Brush class of 2003 before he passed away in December 2002 during his senior year. Eric Scott Russell was an energetic, athletic, and intelligent young man. During his short life, he was faced with more than his share of adversity. One incident, a racial slur in the high school yearbook here at Brush High School during his junior year, caused him great public humiliation. Yet Eric chose to respond to the incident with forgiveness and kindness. Even when so many around him encouraged him to do otherwise, he still chose to forgive the boy that did it. His strength of character and personal integrity would not allow Eric to respond to hate with more hate. Eric's life was a testimony to three fundamental beliefs. First, Eric believed and wrote in his high school essay that being kind and courteous to others was something that all people could choose to do. Even if others did not or could not respond with the same kindness that he had shown to them, it didn't matter because his life was made better because of the kindness he had shown. Second, Eric believed that you must never compromise your beliefs to influence or impress others. He was true to himself. And young people, I want to tell you, always be true to who you are. Don't allow other people to influence what you do and say just because they tell you to. So I want you to know that. He was true. And finally, Eric believed, as he wrote in his college essay entitled Overcoming Adversity, which was read by Congresswoman Stephanie Tubbs Jones at his funeral, that I must show by my deeds that character and integrity mean something in this world, and my life must be a testimony to this fact. This essay was later read before Congress and submitted into the April 2003 Congressional Record. Eric died suddenly on December 2nd, 2002, at 17 years of age from bacterial meningitis. And because of Eric's death, his best friend's mother, who was a pediatric nurse, petitioned every doctor and nurse that she knew in Northern Ohio, and they collected enough signatures to 100,000 signatures, as a matter of fact, to petition the CDC to give the meningitis vaccination at 12 instead of going to college, because back then it was just before you went to college. And so his life had purpose. God had purposed his life for many reasons. It's an honor today to present 2 scholarships in Eric's memory to graduating seniors. The recipients exemplify the ideals and strength of character that allowed Eric to overcome more than his share of adversity. Choosing a scholarship winner was very difficult. The scholarship committee would like to thank all of the young men and women who allowed us a glimpse into their lives. Each one has had to overcome their own share of adversity and allow their character and integrity to shine through. Even though Eric is not here with us physically, his spirit will live on in our hearts and minds, and his legacy of kindness, forgiveness, and love will live on through the deeds of the scholarship recipients. Okay, the first recipient stated in her essay that growing up, she lived a day-to-day life comfortably knowing that she would always have her mom and dad to protect her and lift her up when the going got rough. Later, she lived through an adverse situation, but she has learned lifelong lessons from it. She stated in her essay that my experience has impacted me psychologically and emotionally, but has most significantly revealed to me the importance of speaking up and being educated about my environment. She also stated, quote, my compassion and rectitude, which I had to look up, and I'm a retired 40-year teacher, 40 years, and I had to look that up. Rectitude as an individual has allowed me to overcome an adverse situation and become the brave young woman I am today. This year's first recipient of the Eric Scott Russell Integrity Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 is Taya LeBlanc Hill. The second recipient stated in his essay that during his 10th grade year, he experienced adversity, and through love and support from his family, he was able to overcome it. The love he has for his mom and the love she has for him is a true blessing, and it just touched my heart. During his adversity, he never gave up and continued to meet all his obligations. He said that he was so proud of himself because he never made excuses, never missed a day of school, and persevered. He said, quote, my integrity wouldn't allow me to use my mother's illness as an excuse or a crutch. Oh, This year's second recipient of the Eric Scott Integrity Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 is Dwayne Galat. Congratulations, Dwayne. Thank you very much.
Next up, we have Mr. and Mrs. Mark Hall and Quinn.
Good evening. We are the family of Ian Hall, a 2006 Brush High School graduate. The original purpose of creating his scholarship, which we established in the spring of 2008, was to honor a graduating senior who exhibited a strong spirit of volunteerism. Despite being born with spina bifida and using a wheelchair, Ian was a tireless volunteer at school and outside of school, eventually earning the Presidential Award of Volunteerism. This year, however, we took a different approach and asked past teachers and guidance counselors who knew Ian if there is a senior here at Brush who exemplifies those characteristics that we all cherished in him: integrity, determination, a strong work ethic, generosity, and a fighting spirit. We are happy to say that there was a wonderful consensus. The recipient of this year's scholarship is described as having an amazing work ethic and someone who brings out the best in her peers. She has passion and energy, maturity and sensitivity. In a Stop the Hate essay she wrote, she addresses the unwarranted cruelty, ridicule, and judgment we can face over things we're powerless to control. Perhaps the most convincing argument that this senior should be the recipient came from her teacher, Sally Fine, who simply said of her, "She's a fighter." We are delighted to award the Ian Hall Scholarship to future Bowling Green freshman, Libby Farron.
Next up, again, we have Ms. Debbie Cassidy and Mr. and Mrs. Cornbutt.
The Marcy Susan Kornbluth Memorial Scholarship was established in the memory of an amazing social studies teacher by the people who loved her. This year, the award is being given to an individual who emphasized in his essay the role he wants to play in the protection of children from negligent and abusive households. This young man plans to attend Xavier University to major in political science and sociology. This is to help him attain his goal of becoming a lawyer with Child Protective Services. The 2019 Kornbluth Memorial Scholarship recipient, Isaiah Johnson.
You know, we're talking about rewards here, and this group up here certainly has shown a great compassion for themselves and for others. But I think one of the biggest rewards is out there in the audience. All of you who are out there now are parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, family. and they're graduating. That means they've made it through 12 years of school, and because they've been able to work hard and obviously have earned the right to be called Brush High School graduates. But most important of all, that is your reward for the work that you've done to get them to this point. And so for that, I say congratulations to all of you. However, I must say this to this group here, and that is, as good as you are, and you are good, there's no question in my mind about that, you missed out on something, though. And you missed out on the fact that you never had our daughter Marcy for your teacher, the social studies and history teacher that she was. One of the greatest tributes we've ever had was the fact that all these years afterwards, we've run into people who knew her from school and always told us about what they remembered about her, especially the students. And to that, we're very grateful. And I just feel bad about that you never had the opportunity because, gosh, you were probably either in kindergarten or first grade then. So, in any event, on behalf of my wife and I, we just want you to know that we are extremely proud to know that you are Brush High School graduates, and you are the best.
Next, we'd like to welcome Mr. and Mrs. Michael LaCursi.
Good evening. My name is Meg LaCursi, and on behalf of my husband Michael and our daughters Maureen and Miranda, we are here this evening to present the Michael C. LaCursi Scholarship for Success in memory of our son Mike, a member of the class of 2000. It's hard to believe this is the 17th year we have presented in Mike's memory. We'd like to say a special thank you to Mrs. Campana, and previous to that, Mrs. Brown and the entire Brush community for helping to facilitate this and giving us an opportunity to continue this special way to honor Mike and allow us to continue this positive impact on the lives of others for nearly 2 decades. Each of the award winners struck a special chord in our family when we read their essays, and we are thrilled to once again honor the hard work and perseverance of young students. Mike exemplified the effort and refusal to give up that is oftentimes necessary when pursuing a goal. Regardless of obstacles, whether they be from his own body or from the world around him, he pushed forward in pursuit of his dreams. Our award winners have done the same, and we are so impressed with what they have accomplished regardless of the challenges that have stood in their way. It is an honor to play a small part in their success, and we cannot wait to see what they accomplish as they move on to college. Mike would be so impressed to know his memory is providing the support of these young people to pursue their aspirations and goals. We actually have 2 presentations today. The first scholarship in the amount of $1,500 is awarded to Alexandria Caraballo. And the second is to Jenna Perry.
Next, I'd like to welcome Mr. Ross DeJean.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Ross DeJean, Jr., and I first of all like to congratulate the class of 2019 and wish them the best, very best, and continued success in the future. The next 4 years, or how many years you're going to be going, probably the greatest years of your life, so enjoy it, study hard. Also, I'd like to congratulate all the parents and grandparents out there. Congratulations to all of you, being a parent myself, and having graduates, and now also being a grandparent, and having my first grandchild graduate last year, and finishing her freshman year at Bowling Green. It's a thrill, and I congratulate all of you. It's a great honor and privilege to be here this evening to represent my parents, Ross and Carmela DeJohn, and our family, DeJohn Funeral Homes, or DeJohn Flynn My Funeral Homes, right around the corner here. It's our aim, it's been our aim to show our commitment to the communities we're serving by giving something back. This year we'll be awarding 8 worthy seniors in the Cuyahoga, Lake, and Geauga counties with our scholarship. It started out 26 years ago as 2 scholarships, and we've expanded it. So far we've given up probably over $50,000 in the last 26 years. Our family started this scholarship in 1984 when my dad retired as mayor of Mayfield Heights after serving 28 years in public office. We thought to honor my parents. Back then it was because they dedicated so much of their time to education that this would be a wonderful thing to provide. We've had a lot of memorial scholarships tonight. I lost my parents just a few years ago, and they say a loved one is never gone unless their memory is forgotten. So this has now become a Ross and Carmela Memorial Scholarship in memory of my parents and their dedication to education. This scholarship is presented to a senior who's demonstrated leadership qualities. My father was considered a great leader, and my mother was a great leader in the household, raising 5 children and seeing that all of us got our education, both high school and college degrees. So we were looking for people that showed a display of passion, respect, and organization, all of which are needed to be a leader in the future. What makes this award so special is the competitions generated. I'm always so thankful that I'm just the presenter, not the judge, because the judges every year, and these are educators, these are teachers who are on our committee, just shake their head in disbelief of the quality and how great these kids are. I grew up in Mayfield Heights, but I graduated from St. Joe's. But Brush is near and dear to my heart because the love of my life of 48 years. My wife graduated from Brush High School in 1969. She'll be celebrating 50 year. Yes, thank you. Thank you. It's hard to believe. So we've expanded this scholarship to several high schools that we have a connection with, and Brush High School, since my wife graduated here, will be here every year presenting to a senior. The winners should be very proud of their accomplishments, and I would like to present to this young lady who is going to be going to Florida Southern College studying nursing. I'd like to present a check, a certificate, and a plaque that we proudly display in our funeral home to Jenna Perry.
Doesn't really need an introduction, but now we were on to our service awards, and Mr. Carl Williamson will be announcing those.
Mr. Harry E. Miller retired as principal of Brush High School in 1972. He was a principal that, despite the everyday demands of coordinating faculty and staff and attending to the students and the parents of the community, Mr. Miller was never too busy to take a personal interest in individual students. His constant goal was the maintenance of an education program that met the needs of Brush students as they prepared themselves for jobs or further education. To honor Harry Miller's dedication and service to Brush High School, the community, the PTSA awards the Harry E. Miller PTSA Service Award to a student who exemplifies that same service and dedication to Brush High School and the community today. And the winner of this year's award, for $325 from the Brush PTSA in honor of Harry E. Miller goes to Gabriella Nikiforov.
I'd like to welcome next Ms. Vera Thornton.
Merci, Sloan. Bonsoir, je m'appelle Madame Thornton. Good evening, my name is Mrs. Thornton, as Sloan did introduce me. And tonight I'm here to present, please help me proudly applaud Kareem King to the podium. I am here to present, on behalf of Madame Deborah Humbert, Awards Chairperson of the Cercle des Conférences Françaises de Cleveland, the Certificate for Outstanding French Student 2019. Le Cercle des Conférences Françaises de Cleveland is delighted to award the Prix Français 2019 to Kareem King. She asks me to please present this certificate, and I'll give you this letter, and book to him with our sincere congratulations. Your book. We are pleased that Charles F. Brush High School continues to participate in our awards program, and we are very grateful for your continued commitment to promoting the French language and Francophone cultures. Mille fois merci, Madame Humbert. On Monday, I received a second letter from the, I have not opened this, so I don't know if I should do this, but the Council of France, and Kareem has another distinction and recognition in this envelope, and I'm sure he'll tell me after the ceremony what this is about. You're welcome. Too many languages in my head. And now, please welcome to the podium from the Air Force, Captain Julie Kastner.
Good evening, everybody. Like she said, my name is Captain Kastner. I'm with Air Force ROTC at Detachment 630, which is hosted at Kent State University. It is a pleasure for me to be here today to present the Air Force Reserve Officer Training Corps Scholarship Certificate. Air Force ROTC is offered at over 1,100 colleges and universities across the country. This student earned a 4-year scholarship to The Ohio State University, worth $60,000. Additionally, all scholarship recipients will receive a $900 per year textbook allowance, and they get to pocket whatever they don't keep, and a $300 monthly allowance that increases each year up to $500 per month by senior year. When these students graduate college, they will join a select group of young adults as they commission as officers in the United States Air Force. So on behalf of Brigadier General Christopher Niemi, Commander, United States Air Force, Gene M. Holmes Center for Officer Accessions and Citizen Development, I would like to extend my congratulations to Max Campbell.
Now we will move on to our athletic awards, and Aaron Harris will start us off.
I am not Miss Erin Lee Harris, but I will step in gladly for her. The Brush Memorial Athletic Booster Club awards this scholarship to 2 students who best exemplify the spirit of art pride through outstanding athletics and academics. And the winners of this year's Athletic Booster Scholarships are Darshan Adhikari and Eve Horrigan.
For our Science Awards, I would like to welcome Dr. Neil Brofman.
Good evening. I have given the Alfred M. Ike Physics Award for 39 years. My primary purpose is to honor Al Ike, who taught physics at Brush until the early 1980s. He finished his career teaching in the physics department of John Carroll University. Over the years, he and his wife Esther have been very active in our community, having been major players in the South Euclid Historical Society. Mr. Ike also found a niche with the Greater Cleveland Science Center, and he and Esther worked at the Cleveland Playhouse Theaters for many years. In the classroom, Mr. Ike prepared his physics students well for logical thinking, for problem solving, for the challenges of college and professional school. I attended Brush during the real-life golden era here in the early 1970s. That's why I still bleed brown and gold. Of all the great teachers I had here, he is the one that stood out the most. The award in his name goes to the highest achieving physics student at Brush. Over the years, the recipients of the Ike Award have been outstanding students here and gone on to even greater accomplishments in college and beyond. Mr. Ike and I are co-sponsoring the award this year. The winner will therefore receive a check for $1,000 and have her name engraved on the plaque that is kept in the school. Congratulations and best wishes to Rebecca Rossi.
Announcing our University Award, we have Miss Christy Myers.
Each year, Charles F. Brush High School is asked to select its recipient for the Gail O. and Harriet Spinney Weber Sheets Memorial Scholarship. This fund was established in 1973 to provide a scholarship to a graduating senior from Brush High School who will attend Kent State University at the Kent Ohio campus as a full-time student. Kent State will provide a one-time $1,000 scholarship award to a Brush High School graduating senior, and the following criteria was a 3.0 minimum GPA, an ACT of 21 or higher, or an SAT combined score of 1080 or higher, and participation in activities and leadership ability. And the winner for this year is William Hills. We're now going to do the awards for academic excellence. The Presidential Award for Academic Excellence is an award that was established to recognize and reward students for achieving educational excellence, and this reward is received at the end of the high school career. Students are to earn a GPA of a 90 on a 100-point scale, which means an A- or a 3.5 on the 4.0 scale. They also need to be in the 85th percentile or higher in math and reading on achievement tests. And there are different criteria, obviously, that you need for graduation, like your credits for English. So, without that, we are going to say who these wonderful recipients are. Kareem King. Julia Kiefer, Rebecca Rossi, Taya LeBlanc Hill, Elizabeth Farron, Darshan Adhikari, Eve Horrigan, Isaiah Johnson, Nicholas Loya, Molly Johnson, Max Campbell, Mark Sachs, Adam Ekman, Adam Stone, Andrew Rower, and Zachary Lashley.
At this time, we're going to honor our seniors with a 3.5 or better grade point average. Please hold your applause until all students have been identified, because we have a number of students we'll be honoring at this time. Students, as your name is called, go down on the far edge near the flag, come across, grab your award, and come up on this end, please. Our first honoree, Darshan Adhikari. James Blevins. Hold your applause, seniors. Teresa Brinza. Evan Brower. Senioritis is still in. Good. Chelsea Bush. Akira Caldwell. Max Campbell. Alexandria Caraballo. Kristen Ciccati. Devin Colvin. Caitlin Kraus. Hannah Dew. Eden Durham. Adam Ekman. Princess Egbo. Elizabeth Farron. Elena Flores. Dwayne Galop. Ariana Holden. Eve Horrigan. Talia Jeter. Isaiah Johnson. Molly Johnson. Julia Kiefer. Corrine King. Zachary Lashley. Taya LeBlanc Hill. Connie Liu. Nicholas Loya. Erica Martin. Jenna Perry. Tashiana Ramsey. Megan Ryan. Andrew Rower. Rebecca Rossi. Mark Sachs. Maria Shackelford. Adam Stone. John Toma. Anthony Velez, Courtney Williams, Ashley Wise. Congratulations, students with a 3.5 or better grade point average. At this time, we're going to recognize those students with a 3.0 to a 3.499 grade point average. Again, please hold your applause until we have all students identified. Our list is just as long, if not a little bit longer. Aria Ozan, Jalen Bailey, DeAndre Booker, Kennedy Boyd, Jakayla Brown, Miles Brown, Brianna Bryant, Denasia Bryant, Nathaniel Colbert III, Deasia Daramis, David Dial Jr., Kayla Fagan, Haven Gibson, Paige Gordon, Raven Grice, Jamar Harris, William Hills II, Zachariah Holt, Olivia Jarm, David Cacharon, Michael Cornett, Joseph Kreitch, Keyshawn Lanier, Dion Larkin, Tatiana LeBlanc Hill, Seth Lenzo, Taylor Lester, Joseph Loya, Shadea Lyons, Brooke Mack, Demetria Marallo, Caitlin McReynolds, Alexandria Miller, Corey Nelson, Sherian Nevels, Gabriella Nikiforov, Kelly Pearson, Jawan Pickrell, Tyra Riddle, Darren Rolston, Elizabeth Schultz, Mikhail Scruggs, Audrey Spazzulo, Eric Steele Jr., Kwame Stewart, Cameron Townsend, Tariq Tufts, Asiana Williams, Tatiana Williams, Tyler Yatsko, and Jacob Young. Congratulations, students with a 3.0 to 3.49 grade point average. This evening, I have the honor of recognizing the 2019 Phi Beta Kappa Award winner. For 70 years and counting, the Cleveland Association of Phi Beta Kappa has honored students who have demonstrated hard work and a love of learning. Schools often choose the student with the best academic record to receive this award. So at this time, I would like to congratulate Corrine King, our valedictorian, who currently has a 4.60 grade point average. the last award for the evening, Mr. and Miss Ark. We're going to get Mr. Ark out of the way. He's already been up here a number of times. We know the accomplishments of this young man. It's truly been an honor to have this youngster go through the halls here at Brush High School. Parents, we have the opportunity every day to come to work and work with your child. We want to thank you on behalf of the Brush staff and faculty, the students such as Kareem King, who will be our Mr. Ark for 2019. He is a remarkable young man. And what else can we say? So when you review these opportunities to recognize students, you want to make sure you highlight and point out something that hasn't been stated for the entire evening. And for the most part, everything has been said about Kareem King that you can possibly think of, but we do have one little tidbit that I'll also be repeating on commencement evening, which is May 22nd, 2 weeks from tonight. Kareem King, we know, is going to Harvard. We also know that he's been received accomplishments and recognition from universities from across the country. Kareem King himself has earned, or has been offered, $2.3 million in scholarships. Congratulations, Kareem. Not to be outdone, Miss Ark says, hold on, Mr. Ark, I have some accomplishments myself that I want to have highlighted. We know that this young lady, she too, a wonderful student for the last 4 years, had the privilege of seeing her in the hallways, always here in the building, early, often on Thursday. She's one of the first members in the building, even before some of the staff members. Whether it's Recycle Club or helping or doing something for a staff member, this young lady is a true remarkable young lady, and her parents, you should be proud. Not only is she going to Vanderbilt, she too has her own accomplishments in her own right, as she is Miss Perfect 36 on the ACT, Miss Ark Rebecca Rossi. Stand up for Rebecca Rossi. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this program was a little bit longer than maybe we would have liked. However, when you have the opportunity, like I said, to work with students such as these on stage, as well as the other 200 or so that are not here this evening, it is truly a pleasure. Thank you very much for allowing us to work with your child. Enjoy your evening. Please report over to the library for a small reception. Don't forget, commencement 2 weeks from the night. We only have 6 tickets per graduate, students, just remind you. Good night.